What do cyclists have in common with fighter pilots? Well, not too much, maybe ninja-like reflexes? Well, maybe some of us at least, but probably we don't have much more in common. But actually now we might be able to add something else. Heads-up display, i.e. your essential data in your field of vision, because Everysight have invited us to take a first look at their brand new Raptor augmented reality glasses. I know what you're thinking. This has been done before, and yes, there are other smart glasses out there on the market that cater for us as cyclists. But with the Raptors, there are a few very key differences. With these, the display is completely integrated, i.e. it's not an add-on. So inside these glasses is a mini projector with an LED. And it's not just any LED, no, it's an organic one. Now, I don't know exactly what that means, but what I do know is that organic LEDs are used in posh televisions and monitors, and they also use less battery life, which means that you can use these for up to 8 hours of riding. Everysight are calling this beam technology, and it is that which puts your chosen information and data fields directly into your field of vision. Now, before you start thinking that this is just another novelty company that will disappear quickly, let me tell you, these Raptors have been 15 years in development, and Everysight is a spin-off of a company called Elbyt Systems. They provide the vast majority of the world's fighter pilots with their heads-up displays. So they kind of know what they're doing. So why would you want to use these? Well, despite the fact they put information into your field of vision, wearing these means that you can simultaneously keep your eye on the road in front of you whilst also looking at some of your key stats. In fact, if Chris Froome were to use these, we would know once and for all if he does constantly look at his power or if he does indeed have a fetish for stems. The display though certainly isn't that distracting. It's quite hard to describe to you unless you use them yourself, but in order to look at the display you just need a quick shift in your focus, and as soon as you shift your focus back to the road you really don't notice the display that much at all. You might be thinking that Everysight Raptors are only for data-driven people, those that like to keep a constant eye on their speed, power, heart rate, etc. And they're great for those people with a whole load of different data fields possible and lots of data screens which you can swipe through. But these are about a lot more than just numbers. Let me explain. Inside these is an enormous amount of technology. There is an Android operating system, 32 gigabytes of internal storage, 2 gigabytes of RAM. There's an accelerometer, a barometer, a magnetometer, a gyroscope and a proximity sensor and more. And I've actually left out a very key one. Also inside here is GPS. That means that on the display you can see the route that you should be taking, and that's a key point for any of you who like to plot routes or simply get from A to B in a place that you don't know. All you've got to do is follow the line in front of you. Just create the course online and send the GPX file straight to these glasses. And actually there's more. Also in these is a camera just here. And it doesn't get much more POV than a camera that sits directly between your eyes. You can take photos or you can take video, and actually the video is pretty good quality, HD in fact. And if you've got the 32 gigabyte version of these, you can record over 3 hours of video footage in a single ride. To use the multitude of functions, you have 3 options. First of all, there is a touch sensor here on the right arm, which you can swipe and tap, and it's surprisingly intuitive and you get used to it very quickly. Secondly, you can use a remote control on your handlebars like so. And lastly, for certain functions, you can use voice activation.
Starting ride.
Go Everysight, record video. And that voice activation means that there is, of course, in these a microphone. I can tell you there's also a speaker which can play music or give you various bits of information. And although not currently a function, the combination of those two, you would presume, will eventually mean you can answer telephone calls. And yes, I know loads of you get on the bike rides like this to get away from all that stuff on your phone. But on the odd occasion, when your family are desperately trying to get a hold of you, you'll be able to answer that call safely without taking your hands off the bars. What you can already do, if you so wish, is read the first line of any text or WhatsApp messages that come through. Another exciting function is that you can follow workouts, so perfect for the fitness fanatics amongst you. You will see what zone you should be in, how close you are to being in the correct zone, and also how long you have on each interval. All you need to do is design your training session on the Everysight app and send it over to the glasses. And talking of the app, you can also use that to customise various parts of the glasses. So for example, where exactly the data sits in your field of vision, and also how big or small that display is. And if at any point you just don't want to see any of this information and data, all you need to do is press the button on the remote control or the power button on the glasses, and it will disappear whilst continuing to record your ride data. So what have I missed out? Well, you can already auto-upload your rides to Strava if you so wish, and I understand integration with other apps is not too far off either. And talking of Strava, although you can't currently do live segments, it also sounds like that is only a matter of time away as well. And it's actually the future possibilities of these glasses which is the most exciting thing. So I've been hearing rumblings about the possibility of doing live Instagram and Facebook videos, for example. And also because there's an Android operating system, third parties could develop their own apps to sit on the Everysight platform, giving you some different options as to exactly what you are seeing. And of course, they're not just restricted to us as cyclists either. You could use these if you are a runner or indeed for a whole host of other everyday activities. All in all, they come in at just 95 grams, which admittedly is a fair bit more than standard shades, but when you consider what's inside these, that really is mightily impressive. Also, like with all modern technology, the likelihood is that in the future these are only going to get lighter and also slimmer. Now, whatever your own personal view of augmented reality glasses is, I've got a hunch that these are going to be quite commonplace in the next few years. Or am I wrong? I quite often am. You can let us know all your thoughts on them in the comments section just down below. Now, if you haven't yet subscribed to GCN, you can do so right now by clicking on the globe on the screen. Now, we've got two videos which you might well be interested in. Just down here are 5 products which we think the pro rider should be using at the moment, and just down here are our top 10 cycling apps.